conference. He says, I hope this will lead to a stimulating tourism demand and revitalizing local areas. Of course, we now have the coronavirus issue, and I want people to tackle endeavors like this while making an effort to prevent the spread of infection.
Yes, indeed you do. That's good. That's a good message. Your country's kind of fucked. Like, it's $60 to eat at McDonald's. Like, you gotta change your whole everything about you. And then more tourists will want to come there. Like, stop being freaky. Stop letting the mafia run your country. Stop stealing little blonde girls' passports so they can't leave the country. They hate that.
Yeah, they get really frustrated by that.
And clean up all your nuclear waste. Like, just fucking stick a cork in that shit. Stick it. You know what you should do is stick a 60-foot robot in it. I bet it'll stop leaking then.
I doubt it.
Then you get some tourists. Like, I want to go there.
It'll fun.
I totally want to go there.
It'll fuck up somehow.
Only if it has feelings. That's where everybody goes wrong these days. It's their damn feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. Eliminate the feelings, you eliminate the problems. Just saying. Oh man. So that's interesting.
Now is better. Now is better than a 60-foot robot.
Oh, sure.
Now the little robot.
The little guy, yeah. Well, he's also probably way cheaper and can do more.
Yeah, he's $6,000 and he can do the Gangnam Style dance.
And get saucy with you if you bug him while he's reading.
That's fucking brilliant. I would love to come home and find out my little robot destroyed my apartment.
Just bitter because you didn't leave him a snack.
But he can't
eat anyway.
He'll come to work with me every day. He's going to be my little assistant. It's going to be awesome. And he can take care of the goat when I'm not around.
Oh, there you go. Watch the goat reject you and only be with him.
It probably will happen. He's happening this year, too. God damn it. I'm really frustrated that I didn't get to go last year. Or this year, I guess.
Goat. Oh, my goat.
Daryl. He's a cutie. It's going to be a different one now. All right. What else happened? I had a thing. I don't know where I put it.
Well, let me know when you find it.
What do you got? You got any other things?
I have some what happened this day in history.
Hey, let's do that because it's the end of the month and they're always good at the end of the months.
I have to admit, there's a couple of good ones here. On this day in 1874, Winston Churchill was born.
Ooh, I know one too. Oh, I know a good one.
What's that?
Tupac was killed today.
Oh.
Shot 5 times.
Oh, shit. Well done.
That was one that I know. I knew that one.
That's very sad because he was an amazing rapper.
So was Winston Churchill.
Yes, he was.
Not a lot of people know that about him. Quite the rapper.
He was the earliest form of rapper. That was him. Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill. That was one of his full name. There you go. In 1974, Elton John's Greatest Hits reached number 1 on the Billboard charts.
That's cool.
For a 10-week run. And ended up selling more than 24 million copies worldwide. Not bad for a Greatest Hits record.
I didn't appreciate him when I was young. I didn't realize what a talent he was. Now I do.
Oh, very, very amazing guy. I fully say that.
And Slash's mom was his costume designer.
Yeah, that's kind of fucking cool. This one is cool because we've actually spoken about this specifically. The first modern incident of a meteorite striking a human being occurred today in 1954. Oh. In Alabama, when a meteorite crashed through the roof of a house into a living room, bounced off a radio, and hit a woman in the hip. She was sleeping on the couch.
Well, That
and she got hit by them.
Quite the
only
story.
human being. Hey, the only human being on the planet that's ever been reported to have been hit by a meteorite. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the only one to be
I'd be
reported.
Happy.
I mean, how many of them have just been fucking vaporized by them and we don't know them?
Or who got hit by it? Just like, Tommy, did you throw that rock?
Never got to
Tommy got blamed for it. Oh, man. Ralph Nader's Unsafe at Any Speed hit the bookstores on this day in 1965. You know Ralph Nader?
I was a big fan of Ralph Nader.
I still don't know anything about him. So
he was Nader was just kind of a shit disturber in America. I think he ran for president twice.
I believe you're right.
Interesting guy though, kind of a libertarian type dude.
Mark Twain was born on this day in 1835.
I feel very much like you're the modern Mark Twain.
Really? I don't know what that means because I don't know much about him.
Oh, Mark Twain was the best.
Yeah.
Everyone should have to learn about Mark Twain. Forget the shit you study in high school. Once you get out of high school, go read Mark Twain. And read about him. He was a fascinating guy. He had a lot of. I know that he was born.
He was born
today?
No, he was born on this day in 1835.
That's a long time ago. Yeah. He would have been one of his
actual birth.
Sorry, go ahead.
His actual birth name is Samuel Clemens.
Samuel Clemens, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And the neat thing is, he was born in Florida, Missouri.
Yeah, that's stupid.
That's very weird. Now, this next one is awesome because I actually remember watching this when it was happening. On November 30th in 2004, after winning 74 straight games and more than $2.5 million for a record for a game show.
Ken Jennings. I forgot about that.
He finally lost his first game, breaking his winning streak.
Yeah. I forgot.
So that happened in 2004.
Something else happened in 2004.
I don't know what that is. While you're thinking about that one, what's her name? This female serial killer, Aileen Wuornos, who was portrayed by what's her name in the movie Monster? Charlize Theron in the movie Monster. She started her
podcast
killing spree in Florida. Oh, she started her killing spree in Florida.
Everything good starts in Florida.
That's right. Just keeps on proving it.
I really need to get to Florida this year. If I could go anywhere in the world right now, it would be Florida.
I just wonder if you just walk around, are you just going to see the most craziest of random shit on any given day?
Probably not. It seems like the kind of place that kind of hides their stuff until you find out there's shit in the water. And then they're like, oh, you know about the shit. We'll tell you all our secrets.
That's just funny. Also on this day in 1939, the USSR attacked Finland.
Huh.
Yeah.
How'd
they
that go
arrived they arrived with 465,000 men, 1,000 aircraft. Helsinki was bombed, and 61 Finns were killed in an air raid. So you have 465,000 people and 1,000 aircraft, and you're able to kill 61.
Neat.
I don't think that's very good in terms of war.
Well, it's the USSR.
Yeah.
That's why they made it so far in the world. before Rocky single-handedly took them down.
Yeah, that's all it took. And Rocky is the best. So yeah, that's the only interesting thing. You know, the United States and Russia opened talks to reduce the intermediate range nuclear forces in 1981 on this day.
Uh-huh.
It lasted for a whole 18 days and then ended inconclusively. It's pointless. Nothing happened. So that was done. And the thing I never understand when I'm looking this thing up, why is it that the first thing comes up always has to do with the fucking opera? What is with this person's fascination with the fucking opera? And why would anybody care about the opera being more important as the thing of history than the meteorite, than whatever, anything? I mean, the Jeopardy thing is way more interesting than fucking
to you
opera place.
Some people.
Who else would care?
Millions of people. People love opera.
No, they really don't. They don't actually.
They do.
They really don't. They like it because they think it makes them look more impressively smart.
Sure. A lot of people very much like the opera. It was also the way of communicating news stories and stuff in its time. Like they told a lot. Like they would travel around and tell a lot of stories with opera. I don't particularly like it. I never really understood most of them. Carmen was kind of cool. It's the only one I ever saw live. It was very long.
I've only ever seen one. I saw the Nutcracker opera, and I hated my entire existence during it.
Isn't that more of a ballet?
Yep, it was done as an opera, and I hated it. I hated it. Hearing this stupid bitch scream her fucking head off and these weird... I just didn't like it.
That's exactly how I feel about Adele.
At least you can understand what she says. I didn't. It was all sung in Italian, so I didn't understand any of it. It was dumb.
I wish I couldn't. I wanted to bring these up because it's something that is one of my favorite things in the world. Here's some really great Mark Twain quotes. He was just the best. He's the one who came up with the quote, the man who represents himself in court has a fool for a client.
Yeah.
That's a good quote. Don't worry about wrinkles on your face. Wrinkles just indicate where the smiles have been. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Give him credit.
If you pick up a starving dog and make him prosperous, he won't bite you. That's the principal difference between a dog and a man.
That's so true.
And one of my personal favorites, if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read the newspaper, you're misinformed.
And he wrote that in when?
I don't know.
1800s?
Well, yeah.
It would have been in the 1800s. And it's so beyond true today. Holy Christ.
Never argue with stupid people. They'll drag you down to their level and then beat you with experience.
Okay, Mark Twain's a fucking genius.
Yeah, buddy. He was a cool dude.
That's funny.
Where's the clothes one? Where's the clothes make the man? Naked people have no influence on society.
It's true.
Right? He was a smart dude. I would have liked to hang out with him. I don't think he would have liked me. Maybe.
I'm getting the feeling that I don't think he liked very many people.
I know. No. Not many. Most of the greats didn't.
No.
Like you're never a great writer if you're a really popular guy. That never happens. No. You're out partying and shit. You're not at home writing.
No, exactly.
You get the few that like the who's that freak that I hate? Oh, I can't think of his name now. He's a freak and I hate him. Anyway, you get a few that are like popular and then they're kind of the life of the party sort of like writers. like Truman Capote and shit, who's more of a socialite, but